Hey guys, Stream here from Order, and today I'll be teaching you how to play Vayne like a pro. Alright, so the main rune page that you want to run when you're playing Vayne is you're going to start off in Domination. You're going to start off with Hail of Blades, Taste of Blood or Sudden Impact, Eyeball Collection and Ravenous Hunter. And then secondary, you want to be running Precision, and you want to be running Alacrity or Bloodline, and Cut Down or Coup de Grace, depending on whether the team's tanky or not, and whether you need lifesteal or attack speed in lane. For the three little pleb runes down the bottom, you want to be running double adaptive force and your choice of defensive, or you can run single attack speed and single adaptive force and your choice of defensive, depending on whether your laner is AP or AD and the trade patterns. Alright, so with the new interaction with Hail of Blades, on your first auto giving you extra attack speed for the next three, I've been starting to max W on Vayne more. So you'd start off skilling Q into W, into E, into W max, into Q max, into E max. The reason for this is Vayne's W requires 3 auto attacks to proc, and because of the new interaction with Hail of Blades, it now makes it easier to trade efficiently in lane. So when you're building on Vayne, you want to start off getting yourself a Blade of the Rune King, as it provides lifesteal, attack speed, and all-in potential once you've completed the item. Secondary, you want to pick up Ginsu's Rage Blade, which is pretty much once you get your Bork and Rage Blade, that's when your champion spikes super hard. So you can either run straight into defensives after that, so you can get a Quicksilver Sash to remove CC abilities on you. If you're versing things like a Sejuani or an Ashe or a Varus. But if you don't need that and you're happy to keep building damage, you can pick up a Zeal item, which gives you more attack speed, and you can get Rapid Fire Cannon, or you can get Phantom Dancer, depending on whether you're dueling people close range or whether you need the extra little range to carry a team fight. So there's a few different setups you can run for summoner spells. On Vayne you can run Heal and Flash, which is usually standard. You can run Teleport and Flash, which is a little bit harder to execute, and you can run Cleanse and Flash, depending on whether you need to survive ganks, such as if the AD carry is a Varus or an Ashe, and the jungle's a Sejuani. If she comes through lane and you can't see her, you really need Cleanse to get out of that sticky situation when you get ulted. Alright, so when you're playing Vayne in lane, there's a few problems that you'll run into. The first one is that she doesn't really get to control the wave because she has no wave clear. And she can't really force priority whenever she wants. So she can't push the lane in and go and help her jungler or go and ward whenever she wants. So the way that she has to play around this is by smart wave manipulation. So ideally, you'd like to have the wave just outside your tower without the enemy minions dying to the tower. You like to hold it there for as long as possible until you can either choose to push it the full way out with 2 stacked waves coming in, or the enemy will keep pushing, and as long as you keep matching their autos on the wave, you can keep the wave even. But essentially you want to play safe and try to not lose anything. Although you can outplay ganks, the losses versus gains from it are quite minimalistic. If you get a kill on Vayne, you still don't hit Blade of the Rune King and Rage Blade faster by much. 300 gold is really not enough to incentivize the risk. Okay, so one of the more simple ways to teamfight on Vayne is basically just by hitting the closest target. So once you have your 2 main core items, which are Blade of the Rune King and Rage Blade, as I discussed before, you're at such a power spike that no matter which champion you hit, you should be able to win a fight front to back, i.e. hitting their front line first and then killing their back line after their front line's dead. So when I played Vayne in team fights, what I like to do is start off by hitting the tanks and stacking my Ginsu's Rage Blade up. Once it's fully stacked, I'm going to look for opportunities to invis, which is my ulti plus Q, into their backline and try and assassinate a carry. For playing Vayne like a pro in team fights is a concept called feinting. And it basically means moving up and back depending on what abilities you need to dodge and trying to bait them out before they actually hit you. So for example, if I'm versing an Aatrox and I know he's going to look to Q and then move forward with his E, I'll move forward to try and bait that out, then I'll move backwards knowing it's coming out. So this is especially applicable with Vayne, as when she's looking to invis, you can fake out where you're moving with your opponents by running backwards and then tumbling back in while you're invisible. They keep chasing this way, and then you have more access to their backline. The second interaction that I like to use and abuse a lot with Vayne is when I have my condemn up, but I don't actually have an angle onto a wall. What I'll do is I'll condemn and then I'll flash to redirect the condemn angle so that it stuns them into the wall and I have enough time to kill them.